Cadet OC Pineda, and today's lesson will be on the Leader's Code and what it means to cadet officers. Let's get started. Okay, so go ahead, pause the video, read the first paragraph of the Leader's Code, and take note to the box and underline words. For all the paragraphs, I will be discussing the portions that are placed in boxes. Those are the most important parts that you really need to grasp and understand. So for the first paragraph, set an example that others can follow. So you are an officer now. You have even more cadets looking up to you than rather an NCO. All these new coming cadets, they don't know better. They have not been trained. They have not been through the training, the yelling that we've been through. So if you don't remain in a professional manner, you don't remain respectful, you don't remain just professional conduct overall, they're paying attention, they're taking note. They're gonna think, oh, it's okay to goof off, it's okay to act like this, when in reality it's not. It's our job as officers to make sure these cadets are being trained well, to make sure that they're being trained with military conduct so they can have respect for other officers, have respect for other NCOs. So that is really a big thing, is set the example for these other cadets, because you, as an NCO, you had good officers. You had a good example to follow. Now it is your turn to be the one to set the example. It is your turn to return the favor to the incoming cadets. Again, go ahead, take time, pause the video. For the second paragraph, the biggest thing is take the initiative. You're an officer now. You're the one that's going to be planning stuff. You're going to be the one doing the paperwork. If you sit around and don't do anything, there's not going to be anyone to do the work for you. You need to do the work yourself. I assume full responsibility. As an officer, you're in charge of executing the event. You're the one in charge of overseeing the event, making sure everything goes as perfect as can be. If anything doesn't go right, it's okay to fail. It's just a learning experience. Don't be afraid if you fail to admit it. Don't only take the blame for anything that went right. Pay special attention to this paragraph. I train my cadets as a team. This is especially important, so important, even for NCOs, because this program is about building teamwork, building trust, building lifelong bonds with one another. So if cadets are not trained as a team, they won't learn that teamwork. When they go to events, they won't know how to work in a group. They won't know how to work in a staff position when put in one, if put in one. Again, just really, really important to train your cadets as a team. Keep them together, keep them involved. I'll move along. Keep my cadets informed. Keeping them informed also helps with them thinking that you care, because you really do care. Keeping them informed makes everything run more smoother, more calmly. When your cadets are informed, it just makes everything so much easier. That way no cadet is confused, because no cadet should be left behind. When they work as a team and when they're kept informed as a team, that all works so much better. It is very important for you as an officer to make sure that none of your cadets are being singled out, none of your cadets are being left behind, to make sure that none of your cadets are falling behind in information, doesn't know what's going on, doesn't know what a certain what event is. It is your job to keep them informed, keep them up to date, keep them being the best cadet that they can be. Out of all the Leaders Code, this right here, I make their welfare one of my prime concerns. Is the most important thing to an officer, to anyone for that matter. All your cadets, they put their trust in you to keep them safe. It is your job to keep them safe. Safety is number one priority. I cannot stress this enough. At events, even marching, even at your battalion, brigade, state, any of that, you need to make sure your cadets are kept safe. Their welfare is looked out for, that they're not having heat exhaustion, they're not too cold, making sure that they have water, making sure that they have an area to stay, a shelter. We don't ever want a cadet to get hurt. We don't ever want to see a cadet faint or anything, not even as an officer, even as an NCO, as a commandant, even as a squad member, a squad leader, staff position. Doesn't matter who you are, what position you hold. the safety is number one priority for everyone, but it is especially important to officers because we're the top. It is our job to oversee the cadets. Again, going back, overseeing the mission, make sure everything executed perfectly. That also falls with the welfare of the cadets, because if one cadet falls, then that's not really a teamwork. That's not, again, training them as a team. So please, safety is number one priority. Make sure that is implemented in your brain. I cannot stress that enough. Finally, on to the last paragraph. For the fourth paragraph, the most important word in here that should stand out to you is selflessly. As an officer, you should not be told to do things. You should not be forced to do things. You should want to do things with your own will. You should want to create lesson plans. You should want to get involved with the cadets, show up to events because you care, because you just love this program so much. As an officer, again, you're not going to be told what to do. You're not going to be told to do this, do that. You should already take the initiative yourself to do things selflessly. Go home. If you know paperwork is due, work on it. If you know something else is due, work on it. If a cadet needs extra help, offer to stay after school. Do these things without having to be told to. That being selfless is one of the most important things that you need to learn to be a successful officer. Alrighty, that concludes our lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you took away knowledge from this than what you started. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Or if you prefer, in the next slide, I will have my email and my phone number. Again, my name is Cadet OC Pineda, and I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Have a great rest of your day.